Part 4. Okay. So Ben and I had just broke up, and God, I know there's at least my friends who are going to look forward to listening to this story. Which is dope though, right? Yes, that is very dope. Thank you, friends and support. My Journey to God, Part 4. Like I said, Ben and I had just broke up. Man, me and Ben still saw each other every day. It was torturous. It was torturous. I saw Ben every day. Everything I had grown to believe about my reality, and how I prayed, and how I ate, and how I woke, and how I lit was wrapped up in the teachings of Ben. Honestly, it was wrapped up in the teachings of Ben. What he had showed me, what he had revealed to me about God, yes, but not God at the head. Ben was at the head in my reality. For Ben, I don't know what it was. For me, it was Ben. Which has his gifts and his curse, because when Ben wanted to leave, it was a problem. It was okay when he was there guiding, but as soon as he wanted to leave, it was an issue. I wasn't brave enough to live without Ben. Not because Ben hadn't taught me how to live without him, but because I didn't see how to live without him. I didn't respect my relationship with God enough to know that God would lead me. And that's just been part of my journey. It's just not trusting in God. And I have got to do this video series because I'm not trusting in God. I'll do what God says, but I don't trust him like I should. If God is all things, this video camera, everything behind me included, how can you not trust God? Nonetheless, we saw each other every day, you know, and he meant so much to me. He meant so much to me. And a lot of nights, our friends didn't know it, but we would hang out. We would hang out all night with our friends, and then it'd be time for me to take Ben home or something. Or it'd be time for me and Ben to go our separate ways. Baby, he was driving. And we would stay up till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning just talking, and me wanting to be with him, and him having all these reasons for us not to be together. And we would still play and laugh and hug and kiss when our friends were around, like we were all good, but we were not all good. It was bad. Like, they don't even know. They don't even know. And this was constantly. This was like 4 nights a week at least, if not 5 or 6 nights a week, like crying, waking up, going through the day, wanting to see Ben, wanting to be with Ben. Ben had told me, that he had needed time to find himself. He had told me that he had needed time to find himself, which was a just cause. But I had wondered why we couldn't do it together. I had wondered why we couldn't still be together and him find himself. Not realizing how much of a pain in the butt and a demanding piece of sugar candy I am. But so be it, and so it is. That's just how I felt. But even in that, you know, that was God working to separate and allow me to be stronger. And I appreciate him for that. We're about November, December 2006. Me and Ben did not get back together by our anniversary, December 12th. We were still apart. I had gotten stronger, but I was still very weak. We had went to Chicago for New Year's Eve, and that was a blast. But when we got back, we had so much fun there, and we weren't getting back together. You know, I had to acknowledge that we weren't getting back together, and I had came to that conclusion. I know me and Ben spent a couple of days together, and we came across some new information that separated us from religion altogether, and that was like powerful. It was Michael Tessarian. It was one of his series explaining religion as a tool of control, and explaining religion as a tool of control, it just made it so clear in that moment why not to choose religion and just be spiritual and spirituality and the freedom that it brought. And that brought so much freedom that I didn't regret walking away from religion. It was easy. And then it was time for me to go to school. I was going to Mott Community College. I loved Mott then. I flirted myself into a tete-a-tete with a young man, Brandon Guerra. Yes. I liked me some Brandon Guerra. He had some nice muscles, beautiful eyes, and awesome red chin hair. Like, okay? And God was doing his thing. He like, okay, I'm not going to give you Ben, but I'm going to give you a good feeling. So we got to throw up some thumbs up to God. And then a revelation, and I found out about all these men. I'm like, yeah, I ain't ready for that. But yeah, so after that, saw God. So that's 2007. It's officially 2007. I'm at Mott. I'm flirting with Brandon Guerra. By about Valentine's Day, I've got a good hold on Brandon Guerra. And he's coming over to the house and everything, and everybody's telling me how fine he is, and ooh, yes, he was fine. But it didn't work out. Because Ben was smart. Ben was smart and Ben was diligent. Ben saw me slipping away to another man. And Ben was not playing. You know, as much as I was a lost little girl, I was his lost little girl. And I didn't care as much that Ben wasn't around. I had already gotten strong and empowered by the pain and overcoming the pain and not having Ben. So I had grew up to be so strong. And after not needing that part of him anymore, just the constancy, because I had filled that gap with something nice, something attractive, a good feeling. It was like, hey, I'm good. And Ben swooped in and was talking marriage and talking about me being his female ninja and talking about loving him and him loving me. And I think he even cursed. He even swore. Like, how do you say no to somebody who swears? Especially when they don't swear. Like, he doesn't curse, but he swore. And it was just like, oh my God. So we were back together. Quick. But that was February. And by September, we were not together anymore. Like, February took place. I think we even went on a darkness retreat. Yeah, we went on a darkness retreat. That's September 2007. That's September. And darkness retreat is by... not Masato Emoto, that's the water man. Not Michio Kaku, that's the... Michio Kaku is the physics guy, the quantum physics guy. I can't think of the guy who does darkness retreats. I believe he does them in Thailand. He's of Asian descent. And darkness retreat is when how we did it, we blindfolded ourselves. The goal is to blindfold yourself for 14 days to allow DMT, dimethyltryptamine, I think, to be secreted in your brain. Look it up. I'll add a link or something. You know how they do on YouTube. Look at the link below. and you'll see what it's about. So we did a darkness retreat. We were only in for 3 days. I stayed in longer than Ben. Ben came out after the first day. I stayed in for the... well, no, he came out after the first day. I stayed in the whole time on the first day. Then we went in for 3 days together, and then he came out, and then I came out because I didn't want to be in darkness by myself. We did this at his mom's house. We had special food and meal plans. We had... music and our area set up. We knew where everything was. It was very cool. But we only last for 3 days. We were very not brave, I guess you'll call it. And then after we came out of that, shortly after that, we both got some intense messages to break up. On the same level, God told us to break up. So we broke up. God told him, God told me, we broke up. And me and Ben broke up officially September 2007. And I know y'all done seen us together since, but believe you me, that's just love, God's love. This concludes the video 4, which concludes my video shooting for the day. I'm going to upload these. I appreciate you, God, and I'm glad you gave me this. Thank you. 5 coming soon.